It's a Restomod. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's got all types of character to it. So when this car was, or truck, was fully restored, the original engine was taken out of it, and if you'll forgive me, I don't know a whole lot about this car, truck, but luckily I have a document telling me a lot about it. So it's probably not safe to read and drive, but I'm gonna drive slowly and read a little bit. So this custom Cameo has undergone a complete frame-off restoration. It was finished in an obsidian black with a Merlot accent throughout. So the front grille, Merlot. The dash, Merlot. The ceiling, Merlot. The truck bed, Merlot. So, to say the least, this truck has very fine taste. And it's been very much refined. So, down in front of me I have a beautiful decoded digital cluster with all of the readouts that I need. It blends in. It's got a wonderful chrome bezel around it that is period correct with all the digital gauges. Now I say digital because of how it's wired, but they are all sweeps. So it has an analog feel to it, so it doesn't overpower the interior. It doesn't make it feel like you're in a new truck. You definitely know that you're in a classic, and it's beautiful. From the interior that was custom done, if you can see, it has this wonderful, almost chestnut color or camel color to it. As I'll show you in the other video clips, that there's these wonderful little grommets throughout it, just to give it a little bit more of that, I don't know, that raw feel. Not too clean, but very, very nicely done. So I wouldn't necessarily say this is a pickup truck that you want to buy to, you know, throw a bunch of boxes or mulch in, but it's definitely the pickup truck that makes you feel like you're in an amazing pickup truck, honestly. It's a beautiful headliner up here, which I'm not sure if you can see where my hand's at, but it's inviting. It's something that, you know, gives you that presence of an awesome old hot rod pickup, but it's got all the comforts that you would want to be able to drive around in any hot climate. You know, take it on a wonderful road trip. You know, maybe put some linens in the bed so then that way, you know, it doesn't scratch anything. It's got a really cool upgraded shift lever. So we've got the gear selector button up here on the top of the knob. Let's see what else we have. So as we sit at this red light, let's read a little bit. So this was originally powered by a 265 V8, but when it was rebuilt, it was bored to 283. So give it a little bit more pep. It's a 4-barrel intake carburetor, mild cam, and you know, just to add a little extra power. Like most old trucks, it's really effortless to turn the steering wheel because it's had power steering at it. So you still have this wonderful big steering wheel to help you turn, but it's so effortless. You just give it a nice glide. I love all the textile purposes behind this truck. You know, just the way that the dash is metal and it's color matched to the rest of the Merlot. You know, the butterfly windows, all of the chrome accents that are just so tastefully done. And again, I'm sitting here having a wonderful conversation with you, and I'm not having to have the windows down. I mean, it's just going to get hotter today, and it's going to stay perfectly ambient in here, and it's great. So, I've got one visor in here because the passenger doesn't need to see where they're going, but it's me for the driver. You know, I got to block that sun out. What else can I tell you? So it obviously has some custom interior. It does have an aftermarket stereo head unit. Now, it looks completely factory. Original knobs, original selector buttons for the radio itself, but it does have auxiliary and Bluetooth. So that way you can have those modern amenities. Connect your phone, bunch of rust all over it, as far as the body that you would see nowadays. But instead, this truck has been gone through tip to tail. So basically at the end of this, no expense was spared on the restoration of this truck. Now, is it all original? Does it look like it was coming from the factory? No. It looks better. It looks awesome. It looks like the truck that you would imagine that you would turn that old field truck into. And it's already done. The black obsidian on it is absolutely flawless. It's got this beautiful glass on the hood that just looks like it's just mirroring every cloud above. Every little detail, from the screws to the chrome, even to the AC vents that were added, it just fits. So it doesn't feel like you're driving anything that's out of place. It doesn't feel, you know, like you're in something that just, I don't know, almost feels like a boat. I'm not a big fan of those interiors where it just feels unreal. And this, it feels just right. Like I said, with this steering wheel, I mean, you don't feel like you're holding on to some little go-kart steering wheel because there's power steering. You know you're driving a vintage truck. But it just glides. I love it. Now, if your buddy calls you and says, hey, will you come help me move? Buy a different truck. Buy this one as well if you want to, but make sure you have a different one. This one's not a mover, it's not a hauler. It's just too pretty. Can it do it? Absolutely. Should you do it? I mean, if you buy it, do what you will. But I just think I'd love to take this on a nice drive through Route 66. Have the windows down on good weather at night. Have the AC up on hot mornings, long days. What more could you ask for? Getting pretty close to where I should be turning back in, but I think we're gonna go for one more lap. It's so smooth. You can feel the ruggedness of a vintage steel body Chevy. You know that's what you're driving. You can feel the heaviness of it. But at the same time, it's all assisted by all this modern amenity that just makes it comfortable. It makes it inviting. It makes it something that's I don't know, you could put anyone in this truck, and really enjoy it. If you've driven a vintage truck, you know I probably should be doing my two hands to really get this to turn, especially at a stop. I just can't stop talking about just how smooth. Truck. They didn't do anything over the top. They didn't do anything that offset the classicness of it. From the exhaust, just having a nice, just truck sound. It doesn't roar. It doesn't overpower the drive. Even the indicator stock over here, you know, it's all chrome, but it looks like it belongs, because it does. It doesn't feel off-putting. It's not too modern, but it definitely gives you all the function, and it's right where you want it to be. to address any of your questions and concerns. If there's things that we may have missed in the coverage of this truck, got it right that time. Want to make sure just to address those personally, so if we need to provide you with more photography, I'll be more than happy to get those images over to you. And of course, all the constructive criticism for something, I'm sure. Really appreciate just all the knowledge, information, and everybody's attention to this auction. I really think this is going to be a special truck for somebody to add to their collection or be their first vintage American muscle to add to the garage. It's awesome. It's a perfect little truck. And I call it little because there's obviously much bigger, steel body trucks from the 50s. This one just feels like the right size. It's got room, it's got a truck bed, it's got a wonderful front end on it. It's awesome. It's different. You don't see Cameos. I mean, I'm sure some of you out there are going to give all the details that you know about a Cameo, but I'll be honest, I don't see these very often, and when you do see them, again, they don't really look like they're in this condition. And yeah, they're out there. I Googled. I saw a lot of really nice ones. I've never seen one in person that looked like this. I like it. I like it a lot.